So we know Chicago. We know Chicago. We had to do a story on Chicago because that was one of the places that Donald Trump and his borders all said it was going to hit first. But then the mayor talking about he not going to help, ICE capture these freaking felonious felons, fugitives. He's just going to abide by the law. Well, it's okay because the great citizens of the city of Chicago said, don't worry about it. We'll do it for you. Let's hit it.
Let's bring in Chicago resident Kata Truss, who sued the city over its handling of the migrant
That's what I like
crisis.
to see. I like to see our women doing things like this. Our people, doing things like this. Don't rely on nobody else to save you. Should you save yourself?
Thank you so much for joining us. First up, what was your reaction to the president's words there?
I felt good. I felt positive. I felt that change is on the horizon. One of the things that I just want to say to Americans is pray for President Trump, pray for this administration, pray for this country. I think that if we're all on the same accord, you've heard people talk a lot about in the last couple of days about peace, about love, about protections, about the good of the country. And I want us to keep those things at the forefront of the focus as we begin to see a lot of the things that President Trump wants to do here in America, those mandates pushed. And in terms of the migrant crisis here in Chicago, we're excited. We're excited to see that something is about to happen, that there's about to be a change. We cannot continue to hemorrhage money in this city the way that we have been. I do have some concerns, though, about the fact that I do know that city officials here are holding classes to teach migrants how to avoid ICE or how to evade ICE, basically teaching illegals how to be more illegal, if you will. That's troubling for me.
That should be troubling for everybody. The federal government, see, that's showing you how corrupt the Democratic Party is. It's amazing what it took for a lot of people to see it. Say, think about this. All these decades, we talked about how racism has ran rampant. How, yeah, few of us have made it, make decent money, careers or what have you, but a lot of us are in poverty. Too many of us are in poverty. Too many of us homeless, not getting the things that we need, like truly to help us move up. Now they'll give you government assistance so you can stay in poverty, at least stay in poverty long enough, to create more poverty-driven people, kids. But no one like seemed like really took a big stand on this on a big level. But we knew that we wasn't getting anything, but there had to be some evidence, really. We might have felt we had evidence, but legally there was probably no evidence. But when these migrants come in, now all of a sudden you're allocating money for these people with housing, food, clothing, automobiles, hell, buying businesses, buying food trucks. That's when that's the straw that broke the camel's back. That was enough is enough, if you will. And so now they brothers and sisters are like, nah, no, 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 we're not having this. This is too much, y'all. This is blatant disrespect. This is like a dude having, being married, and his wife know that he gonna may have mistresses and women on the side or whatever the case may be, and she be like, I'll be willing to deal with that, but you put it out in public, you embarrass me in public, all hell is gonna break loose, and that's exactly what's happening now.
But I have complete faith and confidence in Tom Homan and in our current president. So I'm excited for what's to come.
All right. So you mentioned Tom Homan.
But yeah, what I was saying, like Democrats being so corrupt, but it starts from the top. Starts from the top, like Joe Biden up here pardoning his son, and then at the last minute pardoning his whole family. And what's his name? Richie Fauci, Dr. Fauci, who screwed up everything, lied to us about the whole COVID-19 stuff. Yeah, start from the top. So why would you think those on the state and local levels would be any different.
Brought up Chicago earlier when he was on this program. Caught 4-5 guys. This was Homan talking about how he's working up a target list. Listen.
We've been working up the target list. There was some discussion about Chicago because the Pacific operational plan was released. So we had to look at and reevaluate, does this raise officer safety concerns? And it does. But we've addressed that, and teams are all effective today.
Okay, so how confident are you that they're going to right the ship there in Chicago that's been dealing with this crisis?
I'm very confident. I am confident in this administration. I am confident in Tom Homan getting things done. And I am confident that the Chicagoans are going to step up. We're ready to assist in any way we can. There are those of us who are willing to work with this administration to make sure that people who are here illegally are sent back home. We want to also make sure that those criminals who came here to set up their criminal operations, again, are sent home.
I hope Donald Trump has a hotline. They need to create a hotline for people to call, just like they had that app, that CBP1 app for the illegal migrants to come here and get an appointment so they can get a court date 3 years from now to be seen and see if they can become citizen or seek asylum. Craziest crap I ever seen. You need to have an app like that saying if you know of any illegal immigrants, especially the criminals, hit us up on this app and tell us your location, and we'll just come. We'll investigate and come get them.
And so whatever we have to do as Chicagoans to assist with that, we're ready and willing to help.
Okay. Here is more from President Trump vowing to take back our cities. Okay. CF1, guys.
I will direct our government to use the full and immense power of federal and state law enforcement to eliminate the presence of all foreign gangs and criminal networks, bringing devastating crime to U.S. soil, including our cities and inner cities. And we are going to bring law and order back to our cities.
All right. So he is making some big promises here. I want to ask you about what people are saying on the ground there in Chicago. We know this is a Dem-led city. We know there are a lot of, Democrat voters in that town. Are you hearing people come around on these policies, seeing the problems that city has had?
Well, here's the thing that people, I think, fail to understand about Chicagoans is that most of us are not okay with what is happening. Most of us are not okay with the migrant crisis. And in spite of what you may hear our mayor and Governor Pritzker say about how Chicagoans feel and where we stand, we are not happy about what is happening here. So we're excited that President Trump is in office.
It's crazy. You elect some local officials to speak for you, but then when they speak, they're lying. They're not even closely speaking for you at all.
Excited that Tom Homan and his team is coming here to help us out of this mess that our mayor and governor seem to be content on keeping us in.
Yeah, but on that point, the governor of your state says that Trump's scaring people. So is that true?
No.
Scaring them migrants.
Not at all. Not at all. And let me tell you something. I think that what has to happen, and not that I want to help the Democrats at all, but keep in mind, people either voted overwhelmingly for Trump or they stayed home. And the fact that people did that, those people who stayed home and didn't show up to vote, it was still an attack on that party, on that Democratic Party. You had triple the number of people who did not show up to vote this election. So that should say to you, people are not happy with this. So in spite of what you may hear our governor say, the people are quite okay with what's happening.
Understood. Always appreciate when you can join us. Thank you very much.
That's right. Say it again. People are not happy. People stayed home. Like she said, triple the people stay home, not because they love what the Republicans were doing or that they were Republican, that they were Republicans or voted Republican. They stayed home because the Democratic Party failed them, disappointed them to where they was like, man, I'm just going to stay home. I don't like the Republicans no matter what they do. one of my favorite scenes in the movie was, I believe it was it The Dark Knight? No, it had the trilogy, Dark Knight, Dark Knight Returns, and just another one. Dang it, I can't think of it. But anyway, I believe it was the trilogy with Christian Bale in the first one. And he was fighting Ra's al Ghul, and they was on a train. And Ra's al Ghul was like, he trained him to, and that he was not going to kill. He wasn't going to, he wasn't going to take him out. And they on a train, and then the commissioner like blew up part of the track to stop the train from getting into the water system and messing up everybody's mind or whatever. And it's been to come to the hole in the track. And he has Ra's al Ghul down, and Ra's al Ghul was like, man, you ain't gonna kill me. You not, you know what I'm saying? You wasn't trained to do that. It's not in your nature. And Christian Bell, Batman said, I ain't gotta kill you, but I ain't gotta save you either. And so that cat hit, you know what I'm saying, hit that little tool to make that rope, that little battle ring, a little bat rope, clamp on or something, and he pulled himself out and left Ra's al Ghul on that train to die. And that's exactly what those voters who didn't want to vote Democrat but didn't want to vote Republican is like, look, I ain't gotta, no, he said, no, I'm not gonna go out there and vote against you, but I don't have to help, I don't have to vote for you either, because you are detrimental to our city, to the city of Gotham, to the city of Chicago, to the country of the United States. And so now I'm gonna sit on the couch and let you fend for yourself. That is a great way. It's a great message. But anyway, tell me what you think about this story. Leave your comments below, share it with the world. Let's have an intelligent conversation. You know how we do around here. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Those 4 things cost you nothing but maybe a couple of minutes out your day, but it means the world to us here. If you would like to support us financially, you can get a super thanks, super chat, super stickers, and go to the description box. There are links there you can click on and help us there. And don't forget to hit that shop button. Check out some of our products. I promise you, you will not be disappointed. And with that being said, I leave you in peace, and I'll see you on the other side.